Alright lads, so today we are back onto Brace Yourselves because right now we do have access to a special Limit Breaker quest that was only available for 5 days. So as me recording this video and also uploading it, right now is the last day to do it if you haven't already done so. Otherwise you are going to miss out on a few extra rewards. But tomorrow morning we are going to get another set of Limit Breaker quests, a more traditional one in the sense. But that pretty much means more to do and also more rewards. In the case for this Limit Breaker quest, in regards to the rewards, I guess what makes it a little bit special is you are getting these rewards. 50 Spirit Orbs, 4,000 exchange medals for the exchange shop, and also 450,000 Transcendence points. So overall, 100 orbs, 4,000 medals, and around 900, maybe a million Transcendence points in the course of a week. In the course of a day almost, if you do this one now and then the one tomorrow. And to be specific, which stage do we actually need to get to? It's still the usual 22, but the main rewards are pretty much super early on. I mean, the orbs are on stage 7, so everyone should be able to get that. You also get all the medals at stage 9, but of course, the further you can go upwards to stage 22, the more Transcendence points that you do get. Ideally, though, you do want to at least try and make it to stage 20 if possible. But with that said, what team are we using today? Well, these are the 3 characters that I've decided to use. This one is a bit of a weird one because they want you to use Swimsuit Nini and Noelle in slot 2 and 3. But usually, whenever they do want you to use a specific character, we have a banner rerun while that Limit Breaker quest is active. And these 2 characters were announced to rerun tomorrow. I don't recommend summoning, but their banner drops when this event leaves. So I'm not sure that's poor planning, if that was intended. It would have made more sense if the swimsuit characters released this morning or returned this morning. That way you could use them into the quest. Because right now, if you don't have them, you just don't even have an opportunity to use them in this quest. But of course, slot 1 does want you to bring the new Nini or the new Noelle. I don't have them. I didn't summon. So in this case, since we are up against Quincy enemies and it is giving us a melee damage bonus, we're just going to cheese it with good or reliable 1000-year Blood War Ishin. Mine is max transcended. That is going to help, but ultimately we are relying on the burn and also lacerate, which he does have an increased chance against any... Crap. I just realized, no, this is only to heart enemies. Maybe Ishin won't be too good. I've just now realized in real time. You know what? He's the go. I'm going to use him anyway. I mean, to be fair, we're probably actually just better off bringing Rukia. She's a melee character. She's a speed character with stamina to kill her. Let's actually just quickly switch to Rukia. I think she'll be much better here. She does have stamina to kill her, and while that doesn't give her any extra damage here in this particular case, it is at the very least going to allow her to still have that increased status and chance. So let's give her the best links that I can potentially give her, which right now most of my better links are going into Noelle. So right now, these links aren't really the greatest. I think I need better speed links. I really only have like 3 good ones for the most part. So we'll do that. Go back to Noelle and give her a fortification pill. This is the build that we are using on her. I do have an accessory that is offering 30% focus. It's whatever. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. We're going with these soul traits. My Noelle is 1-5. My Nini, I believe, is 2-5. Pretty much the exact same build, although a worse category in alpha, only at 5-star, not 5-star plus, so we can get a little bit better. And then Rukia, again, pretty much the same build across the board. She is 2-5. And I can't remember if she has long stride built in. I believe she does, but she's also immune to all status limits at 200% resistance. So if you are wondering what character you should be using in slot number 1, if you do not own the new Nini or Noelle, it's definitely going to be Rukia. So right now, there's no status elements on the floor. I don't think we are going to see any until the later stages, right? The next rotation almost. But I do like that we are getting 2 Limit Breaker quests this week. I would honestly prefer Limit Breaker quests to be on a weekly rotation. Just means more rewards, more content to do. Wouldn't personally mind it. Even though, of course, they do want you to always use specific characters. Then again, if it was on a weekly rotation, they could give more opportunities for us to use just different characters in general, you know? So right now, we are fortunate having Swimsuit Nini and Noelle. We are immune to the 200% immunities here. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get off my SA free. This is quite a large map. So the enemies are up here. Good to know. How much damage are we going to do? We should get the full damage bonus. It's not super high because we are lacking the killer effect here. Like, we are losing a lot of damage, but Rukia still does have a good damage output. It's not going to be the fastest, but right now, at least with my team, this is definitely probably going to be enough to get to at least weight 20. This might be my worst performing Limit Breaker quest, just because you can't really cheese stage 1 with like a burn character, you know? I was thinking about maybe using Renji. And honestly, it's maybe worth giving him a try if you have him, the Blood War version. Because he does have the Lacerate and Burn. And the increased status and chance against everyone. Or every Quincy. So even though he has actually a disadvantage, he is Renji. It might still be worth bringing him. But at least here, damage output's going to look really good on Nini. Kind of weird to feel like she's already returning. But I guess it is a 3-month rotation. But then again, I haven't paid attention because we haven't had a Burn the Witch banner in, a very long time. But did it always take 3 months for him to return? I know that's like the usual rotation for new characters. New banners, but I feel like Burn the Witch was always like a little bit of an exception. Alright, so again, this is pretty simple with Noelle. No status elements to stop the enemies in place, but we do have Poise Break. So this is quite a slow run. Normally, when it comes to Limit Breaker, at least in my runs, we're looking at 3 minutes and 10 seconds going into the rotation. Right now, we're looking at 2 minutes and 50. So we are a bit slow here. Also have to waste a strong attack 2 there, so that's not ideal. But in terms of HP, we're looking quite good. I don't think anyone heals in this team. Unless Rookie does, maybe I forgot. I know that... Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone heals, so we need to make sure we don't take any damage. But at least Noelle does have the damage or the drain more so. But I'm actually kind of curious to see what a full Burn the Witch team would look like, because Nini does make these characters a little bit better. Actually does ride a 30% strong attack damage boost, which is quite crazy. I think that's about it. And I guess if you for some reason decide to bring Noelle, the normal attack damage one, the Christmas one, you could also further buff Noelle, which maybe needs it more. Because Noelle does buff speed, no affiliation character. But at the same time, is exactly what the other Noelle is. So that's kind of useful for her. Convenient that she is buffing the new Nini that she wants to be used with, but also the old Noelle. Which, to be fair, probably needed it because she wasn't that great to the unit. She's working now, to be fair. But that's pretty much about it. So actually, we should be stopping here. If we're only going to make it to stage 20, 24 more so, we should be stopping straight away here. So I kind of messed up a little bit, but it's fine. Right now, depending on how the next 2 phases go, waves go more so, stages, we are looking at stage 20. Which is crazy for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But right now, we just don't really have a good slot 1 character. But if I can somehow make it to stage 24, that would be great. But it's looking super close here. Maybe we will try Renji after this. Just to rely on the burn. His damage output's good enough, right? We should be fine. Oh, there we go. 40 seconds, okay. SA1. Into the 2, and then the bosses should spawn in here. Or the poised enemies. Damage is good here with Noelle, but we do need more time. We do need more time. I'm assuming these enemies also have significantly less HP in. Making it easier for Noelle because the damage output isn't as high, you know? So, seems like I was potentially right with my guess there. Just based on all the time I've been playing Limit Breaker. We are looking at a stage 20. Right now, technically 19 because we're not going to get into the next room. Unless we basically got into stage 20. That is tough. That is tough. That's like the first time I've gotten a gold badge in our first attempt. But Rukia right now wasn't too good. I mean, I do like the 200 immunity that she has going for her, but way too slow. Nini and Noelle were pretty consistent for the most part. I mean, stage 8 and also 9, 24 seconds. And then pretty much, again, stage 17 and 18, also 24 seconds, funny enough. Alright then, so Renji time. Let's see how this does go. I mean, damage output's going to be good here, especially my one, which is currently 2 out of 5. I didn't quite show the build at the start of this run, but he's basically built like every other character. You know, you have your strong attack damage item, the fortification pill, the T-set, I think. Basically how I built every other character. And we are immune to weakening, right? Yeah, so we do have the 200 immunity. Definitely does seem like the place to bring Renji right now. We might be a bit slow on these small mobs, but again, the burn and lacerate is going to make up for it in the later stages, where it matters, where most of the time is going to come from. Now, can we bring up all the enemies here? Kinda can. We got a hit, unfortunately, but if there's one character to get hit on, It is by Noel. Alright, we go. Oh, unfortunately, cancelled my SA3, so important not to do that. And then at this point, we kind of just let the damage over time do its effects. You can see here, basically, after like 2 strong attacks, one of them is already one-shot. And we can inflict both Lacerate and also Burn. So ideally, we want to hit them with the SA1 first, to be fair. Just note to self. But look how much faster that was. Renji, man. Lacerate and Burn is such a powerful combo in Limit Breaker. Any future character that has it, definitely going to be a highlight character of the year when it comes to this game mode, because you can just use him whenever you want him. Now, unfortunately, this one enemy just doesn't want to get inflicted with paralysis there. 3 strong attacks it took to take him down. Fortunately, though, they all go down at the same time, which is great for us. So right now, we are looking definitely much better on playtime. Like I said, normally you want to get into the next rotation in like 310, round 310, which conveniently is what we are looking at right now. About to at the very least, somewhat close. So just one more strong attack should do it. One more strong attack. One more strong attack should do it. There we go. Almost enough, right? Three away. So that's actually really good. And right now, Renji's still one-shotting. Nice to see. Let's go down here. I could actually kill this entire room with just one strong attack. I should probably line that up better next time. Right, SA1. We're going to wait a few seconds. We don't get too close. Then again, we can afford to do that if we do take hits. Again, Noel with the heals. Now, we also do have the SP boost if we need it. Don't think we are going to need it, but again, SA1. Slowed down a little bit there, but that's fine. Kind of forgot Nini has a beam. I wanted to use it as a vacuum-like attack, similar to Noel. But at least the SA1 is good there. So probably SA3 then 1 is the play here. And then for Noel, we can SA3 and then 1 and take down those enemies in 2 strong attacks. So this is the next poison enemy stage. This is where we get to use our Soul Bomb. And the Soul Bomb does actually apply Lacerate and Burn, which is great. Let's just use our 2. Soul Bomb. Fully charge up the 3. There we go. I wonder if we can do 25 with this team. Can we? It might be possible. Way faster. Man, that's insane. That's insane. And Renji is also scheduled to return pretty soon, by the way. Probably within the week. So keep that in mind. I haven't had a look at the next set of Limit Breaker quests in terms of the rules here. But they're probably going to want you to use at least Jusha and Renji. Alright, a few more strong attacks and these enemies should go down. Back up. Into the 2. Then 3. Unfortunately, one more strong attack to take down that enemy, but it's fine. Okay, we are pushing it. We're definitely going to get to stage 24, which is what I would normally want to do when I don't have the newest character. But I would be curious to see if 25 is possible. Because we'll get through that stage pretty fast if we have time. Even if we already wasted our Soul Bomb and SP boost, it might also still be fine, you know? So really good positioning here on the enemies. 1 minute. Can we do it? Let's find out. If the enemies start, yeah, so this can be the slow part. Well, we're going to have to use multiple strong attacks here. Especially in that case where you push them all away. But nice enough, though, that it does take us to stage 20 for the most part. Before the enemies start to not die in one strong attack. At least with my particular Renji. My personal one. It might be different at 1.5. But my 2.5 one right now is pulling through. Let's back up. Mazula nurturing we can. Yeah, so definitely 24 is going to be our limit. I don't quite see ourselves beating 24 in just one 20-second run. But that's a much better one. So 24 right now is our cap. That's fine. I'll take it. This one is a bit of one of the annoying ones, more so with slot 1. And I guess if you are using this team and you have like 20 seconds to spare, maybe you can do something. Because we kill here with 1 strong attack. And we just need like 15 more seconds to get into 25. But that does get us all the rewards. That does give me the rainbow badge. I am personally fine with that. And look at the difference. Renji clearing stage 7 in 25 seconds. 16 in 23 seconds. Renji is an absolute beast to this day. I mean, granted, he's only been out for like 5 months, 6 months. But regardless, that burn lacerate combo, insane. Especially when you have an increased chance to do so. And even though he's only technically useful when up against Quincy enemies, in a case like that, that is perfectly serviceable even if the enemies are power enemies. In the case for Ishin, who we tried to use at the start of the video, you can just use him regardless of the killer against any hot enemy. So pretty much right now, Ishin and Renji are like the go-to greats in Limit Breaker, with Remy somewhat being up there, but I feel like I haven't used them all too much as of late. After claiming all the reward, that does get me to 3.2 million Transcendence points. I need to start transcending some characters. I mean, end of year's coming up. I'm probably going to go a bit crazy on that banner. Obviously, do 25 steps. But look at all the sources I have. I've been super stingy with them over the last, year. Last 2 years more so, because originally I was saving it for Giselle, but I'm kind of in the mood just to start using them. Why not? I mean, I did use one on Renji. I did get him to 2.5. I never got that second duplicate. I did use a Musos on him, but I'm really just waiting for a character I really like. And right now, Nanao is one of those, but a Nad character, so maybe I'm a bit hesitant. Wouldn't mind using it on Macy, but maybe I'll do a Moldy tomorrow and maybe get a duplicate, hopefully, if I'm lucky. And also Yoruichi, but I'm also just fine with all these characters being 1.5 unless they're really fun. Which for me right now, Renji's up there. I do want to get him max. And I also want the anniversary characters max, but they're premium. So, yeah, right now I'm just pretty much saving my Mu sources. I'm saving my Transcendence points. Maybe for end of year, if we do get Bankai Shinsui and he's a crazy character, we might have to dupe him out. We might have to dupe him out, especially if he's a power character. Because that's my assumption. I'm really hoping he's a power Suripa. And in that case, hey, I got 2 Mu sources already. But either way, that's the video for today. Let me know what characters and team you lads used in the comments below. And I'll see you lads next time. Take care and peace.